Very happy to have Coach Mark right here with me at the Gainsbridge Fieldhouse. Can you tell me a little bit about after the game 3, what time do you go to bed?
Great question. I don't sleep great after games, win or lose.
Yeah.
So I go to bed pretty late. I'm just like overstimulated from the game, and I drink coffee before the game, so I'm all caffeinated. I sleep much better the night before games. I nap on game days, but that's kind of my cycle. Like, I'm up pretty late.
Yeah, that's one of your job, right? I mean, like high stress, high pressure right after the game. How do you tune down right after the game? Like, what time do you go to bed? 1 a.m., 2 a.m.?
It depends on the game, but I mean, I've got a great family. My wife, Ashley, we've got 2 kids. That's how I try to like ground back down, is just get home, and with my family the next day, just get back to being a father. And disconnect from whatever just happened, win or lose. And that usually gets me in a pretty present place to be able to take a step forward and go to the next day.
You mentioned about connection, disconnecting and connecting. Can you talk a little bit about how you prepare for the game, any rituals before the game? Because you're known as a calm coach, never really have an outburst, or you had outbursts like behind the camera that we don't know. Like, can you talk about the rituals?
I don't have many outbursts. I nap every game day, and then I get to the arena on the first bus and have a cup of coffee and start to do just normal game prep. The morning of the game, we have staff meetings and shoot around and stuff like that. So I try to like work pretty good in the morning and then take the afternoon to, disconnect, rest, rejuvenate, and then around 4 o'clock when it's time to get ready for the game, just start a little routine. But I'm not superstitious. It's just like what I do.
Yes, I'm really interested about your college career. You went to UConn. I don't like UConn because I went to Purdue, and UConn,
well,
when
all
they
the
had
cards are
Kemba
on the
Walker,
table now.
they beat us in Purdue. Can you talk about what was your major back then?
Education.
Education, and you were a student manager for Jim Calhoun.
Yep.
Like, he's a legendary coach. Can you talk more about your experience as a student manager? Because a lot of the Asian students, when they go to college in the States, they want to be a student manager for the basketball team. Can you share more about that?
Yeah, I think, first of all, I've been very lucky. I've gotten great opportunities. I'm very lucky to be here because of the people I've been around, the opportunities I've gotten. I worked at UConn as an undergrad. I was an assistant coach at a school called Holy Cross for 3 years, and then I was a GA at Florida with Billy Donovan.
Yes.
And those 3 experiences, I was around great coaches, around great programs that were really well run, and the best way I can describe it is I saw at a very impressionable age what it should look like. What a well-run program, what a well-run team should look like, and from 3 different perspectives. And it was very helpful for me, to the point where now I look back on it and it's almost more valuable looking back on it than it was at the time, because I didn't know what the heck I was looking at back then. But it was an unbelievable experience, all 3 of those places, and has had a huge impact on the foundation that I have as a coach.
So I'm really interested in your education background, because a lot of the coaches, they had a professional playing career. And you have a master's degree in sports management in Florida.
Yep.
Education first, and then sports management as a master. Can you share more about that? How your education shaped you into a good coach of the year today?
I mean, I come from a family of educators. My sister is
Massachusetts.
Yeah, a speech therapist in Massachusetts, and my mom was in special education for years. And I was an education major. There were many times where I was planning on teaching and not coaching. There's been multiple times in my career as I've gone through that I've been very comfortable, just getting a teaching job, and I've somehow stayed in coaching. I've been very lucky. But I view coaching as an extension of teaching. I really try to view it as an educator, really try to help people grow, help players reach their goals and dreams. I love the process of facilitating that, and being a part of that gives me a sense of purpose, and I just try to do the best I can for the guys and for the team.
Would you think these experiences in the college, UConn, Florida with the Billy Donovan and the G League really helped you in coaching the youth players, the younger players?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I've been fortunate to get a lot of different experiences, and I was more of a peer when I was in college, and I was younger, even when I was at Florida and Holy Cross. And I was a younger head coach in the G League.
Yes.
And so there were players older than me at all of those stops. And so I was able to get to know players and get to know a lot of different players and understand how different people are motivated and how different people learn and think. And it gave me great perspective as I've continued to move forward and coach new players and different players.
You're always known as a really calm coach without much temper. Can you share with us one experience? Like, what would you be mad the most? What would someone do make you mad? How would they make you mad?
I really try to take pride in, the game is very emotional.
Yes.
It's very emotional for the fans. It's very emotional for the media. It's very emotional for the players.
Yeah.
Playing is emotional. You get angry, you get happy, you get sad.
Coaching can be emotional too, right?
I agree, but I try to bring the most presence I can to that. I try to be the most present person in the room if I can. That's the challenge I give myself every game, because the players, at least our players, they don't need more emotion.
Yes.
I think they need more presence, and they need more, calming, for, especially with a young team.
Yes,
And so there's definitely times I feel those emotions,
Yes.
but I really just try to provide a certain service to the team, and that's what I try to do.
Okay, and I think it's time for you guys to get practice, so thank you.
Great to meet
Thanks
you.
so much,
Great
Coach.
interview.
Thank you
very much.
thank you.
Good luck.